Gusto mo ng health insurance mas mahaba pa sa mga relationship mo? Nag-iisip ka pang bumili ng insurance? Pwes, samahan mo ko sa proseso ko ng pagbili ng insurance. Hi guys! Welcome to Business Reviews vlog. This series of videos, I'm going through my buying process and the proposals na na-shortlist ko. Ang i-review nating health insurance ay galing sa Sun Life of Canada. Sun Fit and Well Advantage 10. Non-Smoker Edition. Na-review ko na ang AXA at FWD, sa AXA Health Max 10 at sa FWD Set for Health. Kung gusto nyo maintindihan yung context kung paano ko masasabi ko ng best insurance para sa akin, panoodin nyo yung first part ng parehong videos na yan. Sa series ng videos na to, naghahanap ako ng insurance na babagay sa pangangailangan ko. Dito ko masasabi kung basehan sa pangangailangan ko kung ano yung best insurance na para sa akin. Pasensya na sa mga tao naghihintay, ang dami na nag-comment, ang dami na nagtatanong sa akin ito. So, para sa inyo, shout out. Kasi parang gusto nilang malaman ano yung panlaban ni Sun. If you want to follow the series, click like and subscribe to the channel para informed din kayo pag nilabas ko na yung iba. Gusto niyo malaman kung anong best para sa inyo? Tara! Pero kung napanood mo yun at yung mga rason ko, magtataka ka, bakit whole life? Doon pumapasok yung 10 years pay term sa kanila. Itong whole life plan na to, hindi ko babayaran forever. 10 years lang. Yung mga ganyang forever, yan yung okay na wala. At hindi ko nga pala sinabi sa inyo, meron akong insurance policy before na 20-year pay na kinancel ko. Actually, dahil dyan, before ako bumili, gagawa ako ng specific video kung bakit ako nag-cancel ng policy. Ito yung mga didiscuss natin sa video na to. Pwede kayong mag-click dun sa timestamps na makikita nyo at yung segment sa YouTube scroll bars. May timestamps sa description ng video. Riders, per page, impressions, tsaka policy scheme. Pero bago ang lahat, disclaimer muna tayo. So, first part is riders. Riders ay parang mga sago sa gulaman mo. Kung gusto mo ng nata de coco, gusto mo ng tapioca pearls, yun yung mga riders. Salamat Food Panda sa delivery mo today. Meron usually binibenta na base package at pwede kang magdagdag ng riders. May mga ibang insurers na nagbibigay ng base product na may riders na built-in at meron nagbibigay na hindi. Pero in this case, ang papakita nyo yung base product ng Sun Fit and Well Advantage 10 na wala pang riders. May mga riders na pwede mong avail pa on top of kung ano yung didiscuss ko, pero magiging masyadong complicated pagka diniscuss ko lahat. So if you want, you can read. I'll leave a link in the description sa lahat ng riders na pwede mong kunin. Hindi ko yung didiscuss, hindi naman ako trained sa kanila at di ako financial advisor ng Sun. Pero para fair, ang hingi ko sa lahat sa kanila is yung base package. Depende na yung sa insurer na lalapitan mo. Magiging masyadong complicated pagka diniscuss ko lahat ng riders. Hindi na tayo matatapos dito. Now na may idea kayo kung ano yung riders, punta naman tayo sa proposal mismo. Yung proposal nila has a cover page and 17 pages. Hindi ganun ka-complicated. Pagka tinignan mo yung 8 to 16, halos paulit-ulit siya. So, 17 pages in total. Pag sinabi kong page 1, yung cover page is page 0. It's page 1, page 2, and so on. Okay? Let's go to the proposal. Sun Fit and Well Advantage 10, non-smoker edition. Sun Fit and Well Advantage 10, cover page. I like how it shows you yung coverage mo na included up front. So, may cover page. I'm a little bit confused sa cover page though. As a customer part of the reason bakit na-confused ako is kasi I see two enumerations. Kasi when I see enumeration, I see a feature set. Not exactly how it benefits me, but a feature set. And I see two. So, na-confused na agad ako dahil dalawa nakita ko. So, two things demonstrated multiple ways. Tapos magkaiba pa sila ng wording at order. So, I was confused na dito. One seems to be a customer vision relatable feature set, and the other seems to be an accounting name, product name. People need to work on their product names, man. Naalala ko yung mga bata, pag nag-aaway, di ba? Tapos yung isa, tama naman, pero pag nag-explain, napakahaba na nakawakan lang sa kanya. Ganun yung feeling ng conflict sa sarili ko na nakita ko yung cover page. Need some help. I would have loved to have said after the cover letter, great, I want to read more. Diba? Yun naman yung point nun eh. Parang yung first part lang ang pinaka-relevant sa akin, which can be done more efficiently in many other ways sa tingin ko. Pero naisip ko yung dalawang bata nag-aaway. Okay, well, itong nasa lower right, I don't know bakit ang cover letter may fine print. Bakit ka may disclaimer sa may cover letter?
Dear company, I'm interested in working for you. I'm a perfect match for this role because I love computers, I love making money, and I love. Disclaimer, I don't want to work overtime. I want a salary increase each year. I want bonuses each year. I want a promotion each year. I want full benefits from day one, and I want stock option.
Meron din sa baba, this is for information purposes only and is not a contract of insurance. For more information on the above benefits and additional details, please refer to the product proposal attached herein. So parang baliwala tong cover page. Ang daming disclaimers sa cover letter. 3 set. Scary. Parang natakot na ako mag-proceed sa may proposal. No? Parang, okay, sa experience ko, before magpakita ng chart, mas maganda may context. Better if the first page is just context and reason. Maaga pa magpakita nito. Same comment ako dun sa chart like dun sa AXA review ko. May age na nakalagay, pero hindi exactly ito yung age na iniisip ng customer. Ito yung age na relevant sa kanila as a insurance company. Ang nakalagay dito ay 41, 46, 51, 56. May mga age na nakalagay na relevant para sa customer, pero not really relevant. Tapos may disclaimer pa, so kahit makulay siya yung last kong napansin, itong chart na to. May illustration ka na agad sa cover letter. Hindi ko pa alam kung importante siya sa akin. Very confused ako kasi ang daming messages, ang daming signals na nakuha ko from the cover letter. Hindi ko magets nung unang tingin. I think that's what I learned when I worked with C-Suite. Kailangan crisp ang tawag namin, crisp. By the way, kung kailangan mo yung noise cancelling software, let's go to crisp. Pasok! Nahihiya ka ba? At napapaisip magtinolang manok every time nagmi-meeting ka ng madaling araw at may tumilaw? Try mo tong crisp noise cancelling software for 1 month for free by clicking the link in the description below. Let me bring up a very important point. Page 1. Ito ang nasa page 1. In the Philippines, products are being offered through Sun Life of Canada Philippines, Inc., a member of the Sun Life. Okay, entity explanation, it's good. If you want to understand who it is, parang contract format, who are the parties involved, parang ganun yung pagkaka-explain. Kung proposal parang sa akin, probably not. Gusto ko makita yun sa contract. Parang contract mo to at lawyer nagsulat ng ganitong format. Ayun ang cost. Great. I like seeing that upfront. Hindi yung sa dulong-dulong page ang kalagay kung magkano gagastusin mo. Pero ito, 191 po siya. Kung gusto nyo malaman. Annually, ha? Yung AXA was 160 plus. FWD is 190 plus. This one is also 190 plus. At ayan na naman po. Hinaina naman po tayo ng disclaimers. Basahin natin. Okay, number 1. The succeeding tables are only summary illustrations of the benefits of your policy. Should refer to your advisor company for more information or if appropriate, a more detailed proposal. Okay, mahaba. I don't know why I would spend time to put here for the customer if it's also referring to something else. Number 2, the illustration assumes that all the premiums are paid in full when due and you will have no loans advances on the policy. Yung mga ganito, ibig sabihin ng deducting siya sa policy mo. I like disclaimer number 2 kasi the way they worded it, it's shorter. Brevity. Number 3. The amount of total premiums may differ slightly from the total of the premiums payable in the policy due to rounding differences. Ano na pag ganun ka problema ako mag-adjust? Paano ma-affect ang policy ko nun? Hindi clear sa akin dito. We will always round up or round down in your favor to what? 10s or 20s? Hindi explicitly mentioned paano yung rounding nila. Area for improvement. Number 4. Special paid-up bonus may be allotted only in the first 10 years from the date of issue of the policy and shall be accumulated, credited, and available for withdrawal at the end of the 10th policy year. Okay, so special bonus na to, pag natapos ka magbayad ng 10 years, pwede mong iwan sa kanila or pwede mong kunin. Number 5, dividends may be earned starting from the 11th year of the policy. So may dividendo na sa 11th year. Pwede mong iwan sa kanila para lumago. So dalawa silang bagay na pwede mong lumago at the end of the 10 years. Special paid up bonus tsaka yung dividends. Pero may cash value pa rin yung policy sa second year. Number 6, anticipated endowment benefits equivalent to 8 annual payments of 5% of the original face amount are payable on the policy anniversary following the life's insured's 65th birthday. 5% of 3M every year for 8 years, so total value 1.2M. Pero 8 years na magkakasunod yan. Parang exciting ganun, kumikita ka pag nagkaka-birthday ka. Number 7, under the summary of benefits, there are 2 scenarios illustrated. Daming disclaimers ha, page 1 pa lang. 3 sa cover page, tapos ito, ilan to? Based on the current dividend scale, special paid-up bonus scale, and current accumulation rate, and based on the interest rate, which is 50 basis points lower than the current interest rate used for computing the annual dividends special. Okay. In short, it means I don't need to believe both of these kasi illustrations lang sila. At di assured yung value na to. Ako kasi when I go into deal, if they say, okay, maganda to, okay, i-guarantee mo sa akin. Pagka illustration to, okay, I don't really believe it. Ganun lang ako mag-isip. Ang assured yung cash value at guaranteed cash benefit. Guaranteed death benefit. Yun yung ginaguarantee nila. Number 8. 8 disclaimer, page 1. You can leave the amount of projected dividend, special paid-up bonus, and or endowment benefits to accumulate with the company at an accumulation rate which will change from time to time. Pwede mo din iwan sa kanila to. The accumulation rates used to illustrate the effect of the accumulation rate are 3.8 and 3.3 per annum. These rates are not guaranteed. Sinasabi lang nila, pag iniwan mo, may rates, nagbabago yung rates, hindi nila gina-guarantee. Pero ang illustration nila is 3.8, 3.3. Ibig sabihin nun, illustration lang to, huwag mo pang hawakan. Baka magbago. Tsaka yung pag-present ng mga insurer, nakakatawa nun. Kasi parang A and B. Pero in reality, ang dami-daming options. It's an A and B sell method. Pero pinapili sa dalawang babae, tapos ang dami pa ng babae dyan. Number 9. The original face amount is the face amount on the date the policy comes into force. Basics and riders provided the right to cooling off period for 15 days from the receipt of the corresponding policy document. If you opted for an electronic policy, hindi ko maintindihan bakit magkaiba pa yung cooling period kapag ka electronic policy. Is the risk different based on the method of communication? Either this is an IC requirement or it's a simplification that some can take. Should there be any discrepancy between the statements contained in this material and the insurance policy contract, the provisions of the insurance policy contract will prevail. Ibig sabihin nun, hainan ka ng dalawang document, pag may mali, mas mabigat yung isa. Yun lang yung sinasabi nila. Most disclaimers should have this, pero I prefer to disregard the proposals altogether. Kung mas magiging mabigat yung isa, kasi baka may sabihin ka sa akin sa isa na malito lang ako at ini-expect ko na nandun sa may contract. Ang sabihin mo na lang sa akin, anything in the second document will supersede anything in the first document. Para sa akin better na isa na lang. Para hindi din ma-mislead yung tao or ma-misrepresent. Ito yung sinasabi ko sa ibang videos ko. This is only an illustration and not the contract of insurance. Ito yung proposal, hindi ito yung marriage contract. Page 2. Weird, nandito yung product description. Di ba it makes sense? The description comes before the price you're going to pay for the product. Parang 30, palabok. Hindi palabok, 30. Sana nasa first page yung product description. Baka mas importante yung price at disclaimers sa customer. I guess kanya-kanya lang. Baba tayo sa page 2. Sunfit Renewal Advantage 10 is a standalone participating life and critical illness insurance plan with savings and protection components and provides coverage for death and critical illness until age 100 of the insured. The policy terminates upon death or claim of a total of 100% of the original face amount resulting from the combination of government benefits, minor and major critical illness conditions, and after applicable payments of other benefits involving hospital confinement. Pag na-claim mo na daw, ibig sabihin mataterminate yung contract. Participating life seems to be a term na gagamitin mo para sa mga trainees mo, but not really for your customers. It seems like itong mga terms na to is to explain to your financial advisor, pero not for your customer. And protection components. These terms are constructs for trainees, not for customers. The benefits payable are for major, minor, specific cancer, and death benefit. Isa-isa natin. Insurers, please gamitin mo yung spacing sa baba. May space, oh. Lagyan mo naman konting leading. Lagyan mo ng separation. Please lang. Major critical illness. 100% of the original face amount if the life insured is diagnosed while living to have any of the 64 major critical illnesses, and where applicable, has undergone any of the specific surgeries, less any payments made for minor claims or endowment payouts, if any. Sa major illnesses, it means 100% makuha mo. In this case, 3M. Less any claims sa minor and endowment benefits or any payouts. Nakakalito lang yung part dito na, and where applicable, has undergone any of the specified surgeries. Yun lang yung part na nakakalito sa akin. Let's go to minor critical illnesses. 20% of the original face amount or 1 million, whichever is lower, if the insured is diagnosed habang buhay while living to have any of these 34 minor critical illnesses and where applicable have undergone these specific surgeries. Okay, how much makuha mo? 20% or 10% of original face value or 400,000, whichever is lower. If the life insured while living has undergone angioplasty or other invasive treatment for coronary artery disease for the first time, this benefit is payable only once. The life insured may be filed up to 3 times minor critical illnesses claims as long as it arises from different groups of minor critical illnesses, provided that if the first 2 claims are other than angioplasty, ang bigat, or other invasive treatments for coronary artery disease, the third claim will just be 10% of the original face amount subject to the limits stated above per minor critical illness claim. Breakdown natin. Yung third part, sinasabi niya na pwede ka mag-claim 3 times ng minor. Malit siya ng third part given na magkakaiba sila ng pinanggalingan ng minor critical illness group. Papakita ko mamaya yung minor critical illness group sa policy Skim and andito din. So yung parang major boxes dyan. Yung wording na whichever is lower, sana nakalagay lang maximum. Mas maganda yung term na maximum. Which means, okay din tong policy kapag yung contract na kinuha mo is less than 5M. Kasi if it's more than 5M, consider mo na itong clause na to. Kasi parang maximum ng 1M lang pwede mag-claim. Dun sa may first part. Dito na nakalagay 3 minor critical claims ang pwede, which means mas realistic na makuha mo itong benefits na to kapag ibang disease groups. 10% ng 3M, 300,000, which is roughly equivalent sa 2 years ng paying, 1.5 years of paying for this proposal. So, pag sa minor, mag-a-apply yung 10% kapag angioplasty or invasive coronary heart disease. Confusing at ang dense ng presentation. Yung separation ng major at minor dito is important kasi pag minor ang kinuha mo, mas maliit na makuha mo at deducting siya. Cancer booster, 50% of original face amount in addition to, so hindi to deducting, to the critical illness benefit, the life insured will diagnosed for the first time while living to have any of the 16 specific cancer conditions. The benefit is payable only once. So maganda tong ganito. Maganda yung cancer booster nila. In this case, specific kapag nagka-cancer ka, may additional ka 50%. So that's 1.5M. Ng face value ng insurance mo na idadagdag sa claim mo. Smart. Actually, customer-centric to. This is a very pro-customer side na ng insurance na to. No? First, positive demonstration sa akin. Like it. Death benefit. 100% of the original face amount upon death of the life insured, less any payment made for minor and or anticipated endowment benefits payout, if any. Endowments is pamana. Kung meron ka nang tinanggal sa policy mo at pinamana, babawas yun sa face value ng policy mo. Sa death benefit, kapag ka nag-claim ka ng major, walang sinasabi na bawas. Pero syempre, di ba? Patay ka nun. Yung isa while living. So, Page 3. Nakatuwa, no? Dito upfront sila sa mga diseases, pero walang specifics. Sa medical community, very important yung specifics, yung mga measurement. For example, dun sa isa kong ni-review, kung wari, 1 limb lang ang nawala, hindi ka pwede mag-claim ng accident. Kailangan 2 limbs, or 1 arm, 1 leg, or 2 arms, or 2 legs, bago ka makapag-claim. Pero hindi discuss dito yung accident rider. Good thing na dinetail nila. If more detail is needed sa proposal, is debatable. So, some people prefer na more, some people prefer less. Ako personally, prefer ko na mas naka-flash out dito yung details to some degree. 90 days after ma-enforce ang policy bago ka makapag-claim. Critical illness, if the life insured has been diagnosed while living to have contracted any of one of the more different groups of the following critical illnesses as listed and or has undergone any specific surgeries, then you will receive a percentage of 3M. Percentage will be based on the following: 20% for minor, 10% for angioplasty benefit, 100% for major, less any minor, angioplasty and anticipated endowment benefit, subject to applicable provisions. The diagnosis of the critical illness must occur more than 90 days. Policy comes into play. Sa may tables, wala namang masyadong babasahin dito, pero kung may particular ka na sakit, hanapin mo na dito. Tingnan mo din sa policy scheme. Like kung covered ka. Ito yung time code ng video sa policy scheme. Feeling ko, dapat iba yung pag-present nito. Nakakalito kasi yung use ng kama dito. Dapat yung isa semicolon. Percentage will be based on the following. Dapat ganito. 20%, 10%, 100%, less any minor CI angioplasty benefit subject to applicable provisions. Dahil sa placement ng kama, hindi ko alam kung naka-red is just for major and for all of diseases. Pero I think that was clarified dun sa previous page. Kasi be clear sa pagsusulat dito, yung CI makes sense but not to everybody. Pag sinanap po, critical illness, walang critical illness CI. Pero wala nakalagay sa first time ma-encounter mo yung CI or critical illness dito. Parang nagiging proofreader ako dito, ha? Sa Life of Canada, I will send you an invoice for the feedback. Focus tayo sa benefits ng proposal. At this point onwards, check mo yung health history nyo. So ask your parents, ask your grandparents kung anong meron silang ailments before. If you want to see which illnesses, check mo sa Skim area. Time code here. Page 5, cancer booster option. Actually, I like this presentation. I think well yung pagkakalagay nila. At ito yung mga covered nila sa cancer kung magka-claim ka ng specific cancer booster. Pinakita earlier, no? Acute, leukemia, lymphoma, retinoblastoma, brain tumor, osteosarcoma, lung, liver, colon, rectum, stomach, pancreatic, prostate, testicular, lung, liver, colon, rectum, stomach, pancreatic, breast, cervix, uteri, ovarian cancer. Actually, I like this presentation. I think well yung pagkakalagay nila at ng termination ng mga part na hindi covered by 85. This is amazing. Imagine, you're paying for insurance that's actually longer, up to 100 years, even for critical illness, except for D16. It's amazing. Ito, major tsaka minor na to, hindi na to covered pagdating mo ng 86. Pero everything else covered pa rin. Sa page 6, itong table sa taas, it means kapag 17, hindi pa covered. Hindi ito importante sa akin. Mimi, big boy. Yun lang kung hindi mo tanggap na hindi ka pa teenager. Basahin mo to, and then look inside yourself, and you will find that the answers are within you. Okay, may mga paragraph na naman tayo. Page 6. In the event that a major critical illness concurs with a minor critical illness and the claim for each is filed, only the claim for the major critical illness will be processed and the total amount benefit payable shall be limited to the original face amount. So kapag nagkaroon ka doon ng sakit tas meron pareho sabay, mababaliwala yung minor. Major lang, 100%. Paragraph number 2. We will not pay for the claims arising from any of the following. Hindi ka pwede mag-claim pagka ganito. A. 90-day policy gap. B. Pre-existing condition or recurring critical illnesses na you had surgery for before. 3. Congenital abnormalities. Sana naka-list na lang to, no? At hindi paragraph. Again, may space sa baba. Pwede mong gamitin yun. Gamit kayo ng leading. Di ba? Ang hirap basahin. Pero pwede kayong i-rewind nyo na lang gusto nyo. Rewind! Ano yun? Pinapahik mo sa lapis. HIV, AIDS, suicide attempt, sane or insane, drugs, unless prescribed by a doctor for taking or absorbing accidentally or otherwise any intoxicating liquor, sedative or poison drug, narcotic or medicine except as prescribed by doctor. Tumira ka ng gas or fumes unless accidental or on duty. H, none of the above. Ibig sabihin nun, wala dun sa mga illnesses na sinabi dun sa may page 4, 5, 6. Reinstatement, yung number 1. Reinstatement is kapag nag-lapse yung policy kasi hindi nakapagbayad yung insured. Tapos you want the policy to be active again, apply ka ng reinstatement sa insurer. After reinstatement, magiging active ulit ang policy. Pag nangyari yun, nagpa-reinstate ka, uulit ang contestability period. Ano naman yung contestability period? Contestability period is time frame na bawal ka mag-claim. Pwede mag-investigate ang insurer, at pwede nilang sabihin, hindi valid yung claim. I-avoid nila yung insurance plan. Sabi ng insurer, hindi valid yung contract na yan. Hindi ka nila pa-payout. Pwede nilang i-void yung buong plan dahil sa fraud or concealment. So, for example, di nakapagbayad, tapos nagkasakit ka, tapos gusto mo maging active ulit. Pwede nila i-void yung buong plan. Kasi nga naman, baka gusto mong reinstate kasi bigla ka nagkasakit. Lugi naman sila noon. Page 6, third paragraph. For purposes of exclusion, B, above pre-existing critical illness means any illness, A, which existed or was existing, or B, the case of which existed or was existing, or C, where the life insured had knowledge, alam mo, received treatment, or medical consultation of the disease, or D, where any laboratory test or investigation showed the likely presence of the illness prior to the date of the issue of the policy, or date of last reinstatement, whichever is latter. Kapag may pre-existing condition ka kasi, meron ka nung disease na yon, persisting or hindi, or alam mo, or nakapag-treat ka, or na-diagnose siya, nagpakita na siya, pre-existing na yun, hindi na nila i-cover yun. Actually, this is the most elaborate way of pag-explain ng pre-existing condition. I think this is a must. Sabi lang dito, sa akin na meron ka dati, nagkaroon ka dati, meron ka at hanggang ngayon na meron ka, at alam mo na nagpa-consult ka, nagpa-treat ka, or nagpa-lab ka, nagpakita naman lang na meron ka about sa disease na yun before ka magka-policy. Very accurate ang pagkakasabi. Great definition, clear, objective, 3 points. Goods na kinlarify nila dito. Interesting, wala akong nakitang language about unforeseen events like calamities, plagues, earthquake, nuclear, genetic testing. Pero wala sa verbiage dito, no? Walang war. Page 7, riders. Itong mga riders na to, kasama na sa product. Hindi mo pwedeng tanggalin. Kasama siya mismo pag kumuha ka ng Sun, Fit and Well Advantage 10. May 5 sa list. Hospital income benefit, post-hospitalization, home recovery, palliative care, additional benefit specific to cancer booster. Isa-isay natin. Daily hospital income of 0.125 of original face amount or 3,750 if the life insured is diagnosed as suffering from any critical illness resulting in hospital confinement subject to a maximum of 18,750 per day. We will pay twice the amount of the hospital income if such hospital confinement is in ICU, intensive care unit. So 7.5 if diagnosis mo is critical illness sa ICU. This benefit is subject to a maximum of 90 days hospital confinement for the same critical illness group for a maximum of 4 critical illness groups. So pag nag-critical illness ka, na-hospital ka, may hospital income benefit ka. Total confinement coverage is for 360 days kasi 90 times 4. Yun nga lang, given na dapat magkakaiba sila ng critical illness group. Pero pag kinlay mo yung 4 na beses, critical illness, ang malas mo naman nun. Walang himala! Sana hindi mangyari yan. Parang chinek-mark mo na lahat ng sakit. Post-hospitalization benefit, 5,000 following hospital discharge. So, ibig sabihin may hospital discharge form ka. Under the same critical group and only up to 4 critical illness. 5K matatanggap mo sa exit sa confinement. Up to 4 times magkakaibang group of critical illness. Ito, paglabas mo ng hospital, hindi yung kapag nasa hospital ka. Post-hospitalization benefit. Pati paglabas mo, may pambili ka ng gamot. Home recovery benefit. Fixed lump sum amount of 50% times daily hospital income times length of hospital confinement following hospital discharge. 1,875 times the number of days na nasa hospital ka. 1,875 times number of days sa hospital. This benefit is subject to a maximum of 90 days. 168,750 max. Days hospital confinement for critical illness under the same age group and only up to 4 groups of critical illness. Kala ko galing mo mag-math ng bilis. Palliative care benefit. 10% of the original face amount following the discharge from the hospital. If within 6 months following the first diagnosis of the major critical illness resulting to hospital confinement, the life insured is also diagnosed to be terminally ill with a life expectancy of 6 months or less sa pag may taning na buhay mo. 300K pag discharge. We will pay additional 50% of hospital income, post-hospitalization, home recovery, and or palliative care benefit. Kapag ka specific critical cancer illness, may extra ka. Okay, ito na yung last part, pinakamahirap part. Nagpaskalahati na tayo. Ito na yung last 2 paragraphs sa page 7 sa riders. Ito yung pinakamabigat na page eh. Hospital confinement must be due to major critical illness, minor critical illness, or specific cancer condition, and must occur within 90 days following the first diagnosis of the critical illness and or specific cancer. Such hospital confinement must occur before the policy anniversary on or following the life insured's 75th birthday. Seems like a lot of requirements. Parang ayaw mag-claim. Pag may sakit ako ha, parang ayaw mong isipin kasi ganito. Parang papaubayan mo lang sa FA mo. Sinasabi lang nila dito, huwag pa ulit-ulit ng claim within 3 months. So parang may spacing. Pag 76 ka pwede mag-claim. Yung sinasabi nila ditong policy anniversary and after the birthday, alam mo confusing yung part na to eh. Sana simplify na lang nila. Hindi relative sa policy age. Isang date lang iniisip ko. Kung birthday, hindi yung policy anniversary. Or gusto nyo i-enforce nyo yung policy pag birthday para mas madali yung buhay nyo. Dalawang date pa iniisip ko. Please simplify, mga insurance companies. The life insured must be alive upon discharge from the hospital to become eligible for post-hospitalization, home recovery, and palliative care benefits. Kasi pag lumabas ka noon patay, hindi na pwede yun. Magkikikin na yung life insurance part. So kapag may discharge form ng hospital. May note sa baba. Note, benefits indicated above are subject to the specific guidelines set by the company and the actual provisions of the insurance policy contract. The house rules. Ibig sabihin nun, may nasa contract at may house rules. The house rules, wala ang control dyan. Curious lang din ang malaman if there's a conflict of interpretation. Let's say kung merong house rule definition, tapos may definition sa contract, kung ano yung magsusupersede. Sino mananalo? Ito yung pinaka-dense na part ng proposal. Page 8 to 15. Pag-usapan natin at high level kung ano yung nasa page 8 to 15. Ang difference ng 8, 10, 11, 12 from 9, 13, 14, 15, yung 8, 10, 11, 12, benefit payout kinuha mo. Yung 9, 13, 14, 15, iniwan mo sa kanila para tumubo. Page 8 is the same as 10, 11, and 12. Page 9 is the same as 13, 14, 15. Ang difference lang, ang 10, 11, 12 at 13, 14, 15 ay extended. Papakita from the policy hanggang 100. Extended yung view. Yung sa may 8 tsaka 9, truncated yung view. Mas maikse. Tapos pinapakita nila parehong 3.8 at 3.3 interest rate. Okay, illustration. Yung sa may 9, 13, 14, 15, ang pinapakita nila, iniwan mo sa kanila at 3.8. Paulit-ulit lang sila ng disclaimer. May 3. Pero 4 pagdating sa 9, 13, 14, and 15. Ang 8 to 15, lahat sila merong 3 points ng disclaimers. Papakita ko dito. Guaranteed death benefit, guaranteed cash value, dividends and special paid-up bonus will be reduced by any payment of minor CI benefit. Total living benefit is the sum of guaranteed cash value, accumulated endowment benefit, illustrative accumulated dividends, and accumulated special paid-up bonus. Total death benefit is the sum of guaranteed death benefit, illustrative accumulated dividends, and accumulated special paid-up bonus. Number 1, this means pag may claim ka na, babawas sa coverage mo. 2 and 3, ibig sabihin lang nito, paano nag-a-add? Anong columns ang nag-add dito sa tables na to? Alam mo yung ganitong statement? Masyadong math. Sana ginawa nilang visual yung presentation parang ganito. 2, color, 3, color. Dalawa lang naman ang outcomes. Buhay ka o patay ka. Pag buhay ka, babagsak sa F calculation. F equals B, C, D, E. Pag patay ka, babagsak sa G calculation. G equals A, D, E. Yun lang sinasabi ng 2 and 3. Ang disclaimer ng page 9, 13, 14, may additional line entry, which is, the accumulated endowment benefit will be payable in accordance with the hierarchy of beneficiaries as stated in the contract. Kung sino makakatanggap. Pahinga muna tayo. Punta muna tayo sa ExpressVPN. O nga palang kailangan ng VPN para ma-access ng international sites. Ito yung ginagamit ko. Mabilis sila at consistent yung connection. ExpressVPN. Pwede yung gumamit ng up to 5 devices at the same time. Pinoy din yung mga CSR dito at mabilis at maganda yung customer service nila. Try mo for 1 month, ang makikita mo yung difference niya compared sa ibang VPN. Mas consistent, mas mabilis, at mas maganda yung support nila. Click mo yung link sa description ng video. Try mo lang for 1 month. Highly recommended ko to. Page 16, last page. You know, I don't really like the illustration, tas may disclaimer in the end. I think that confuses more people. Difficult to get into a deal that you don't know or sounds more confusing. Tapos pipirma ka in the end, waving na you know what you're getting into pero hindi mo talaga specialization, Yung options at special paid-up bonus, subject to change yan. Although maganda sabihin sa mood ng director, pag naging high-level leader ka, usually alam mo ng decision is actually based on market forces. So I don't agree na that's how they worded it, parang may mga director yung masama. Pero that's how they worded it. Dito paper mas sa baba, standard prescribed format ni Insurance Commission of the Philippines. Impressions. Mahaba ang policy na to, sana i-simplify nila. Although ito yung pinakamahaba, I'm not sure if that's for the company or for the insured. Or maybe they're trying to defend themselves too much. Comprehensive, detailed, formal. Yan ang impression ko dito sa may proposal na to. Siya ng lawyery. I think simplicity sells. Lagi ko naaalala sa proposal na to kasi may nagpe-present sa akin every month. May mga nagpe-present na ang galing magdala at visual aid lang talaga yung pinapakita nila. Pero may ibang tao, hi, good evening. Ako nga pala si Bob. Ipe-present ko po sa inyo ang aming ito po ang high-level process map namin. Ito po ang SIPOC. Ito ang HLPM, ang risk and issue log namin, RASI charts namin. Ito po yung current status namin. Ito po yung trend line ng performance namin. At ito po yung 3 leading indicators at lagging indicators namin sa business namin. Guys, huwag kayong mag-present ng ganon, please. Dito, pagkatingin ko ng proposal, kailangan may kausap ka. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Ako personally, kung complicated yung product, mas gusto ko mas simple. Madaling malito sa dami ng products ng malaking company like Sun. Ang dami ng product offerings nila. Buti na lang talaga, matino yung kausap ko, nakakasabay sa mga tanong ko. Unang-una, hindi siya hard sell sa akin. Alam niya na may goals na ako at alam ko na kung ano gusto ko. Alam niya din na mabusisi ako, tinitingnan ko lahat bago ako mag-decide. Inis na inis ako, may mga insurance agent na lumalapit sa akin, nagbenta ng insurance. Hindi nila alam. Sinasabi ko na explicitly kung ano yung gusto ko sa videos ko. They'd rather nakausapin nila ako at sayangin ng oras ko that way. Please. Nakakapang-init ng ulo. May mga insurance agent ako nakausap. Talagang pinipilit sa akin kung ano yung ayoko. Sinabi ko na, ayoko ng ganyan. Aba, 5 ahente nila. Yun at yun ang binibenta sa akin. Parang mas alam pa nila sa akin kung anong gusto ko at hindi. Buti na lang talaga magaling si Rain. Kasi I think hindi ko maintindihan to kapag hindi niya na-explain sa akin na maayos. Ang financial advisor na tumulong sa akin dito is si Rain. I really liked how she worked kasi meron siyang material na siya lang mismo yung gumawa. Focus siya at talagang dedicated siya sa work niya. Isipin mo yun, ang laki-laki ng company pero may mga needs na hindi na-address. So, ina-address niya. Very structured ang usapan namin. It's funny kasi I always remember her name as Air, Rain, and Moon. Airen, Lunar. Naiisip ko si Esten Sarakatap, tsaka si Chang Rain, thank you for making this very simple and understandable. Kung gusto mong maliwanagan, magandang makausap mo siya. Reach out to her, her contact details, FB, email, Viber, tawag. Links in the doobly-doo. Looking at other proposals na napadala sa akin, at saka ito, sa kanila yung pinaka-comprehensive na covered prevention, diagnostic, treatment, rehab, and other expenses. Right now, at this package, covered ka until 100, tas critical illness until 85. Tapos, konti lang yung mawawala, yung mga sure na makukuha mong sakit, no? So, very big for me yun. Pati yung ibang critical illness covered din dun sa specific critical illness. Lagpas na ng 85. That's very big for me. Yun na nga lang, ang magiging issue mo dito is kung deductible. Kasi kung na-consume mo na na-consume, di ba? Isipin mo pa in the future, ano yung pang-cover mo. Ang buying decision ko at this point, is it 75 na non-deducting or up to 100 na deducting? Kaya ba, ano bang nasa decision nyo ngayon? Decided na ba kayo? Covered until 75 with multiple non-deducting claims up to 420% of the face value, or 92 illnesses covered until age 100 and 8 up to 85, so total of 100. Critical illnesses covered for me with significant riders around sa hospitalization. I hope nakatulong sa inyo itong video series na to sa pagbili nyo ng insurance. If may tanong kayo sa akin personally, leave a comment sa my YouTube comment section. Please consider sharing to people who are interested in buying insurance. Salamat sa mga suporta. Salamat sa mga nag-share ng videos ko. We may have a 10K subscriber celebration, pero hindi ko pa alam kung anong gagawin. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Policy Skim. Pasok! Yeah!